Hello and welcome to Simon Says Artwork. Tonight we're going to be reviewing these Staedtler Mars Lumogragh Black. It's a lovely set of pencils and we're going to take a look at these now, get a bit of drawing done. Let's see. Okay, so transitioning to a suspiciously more daytime looking lighting, we're now going to check out the Mars Lumogragh Black by Staedtler, and this is 6 sets of pencils, and it goes from the HB, includes 2B, 4B, 6B, 7B and 8B. I've never used these before the drawing I do in this video. And these were recommended by a friend and fellow artist called James Guy Eccleston, and he's on Instagram under that name as well. And I think he's got one called Draw Me Guy, and he's a really good artist for drawing and painting as well. So check him out. But yeah, let's take a look at these. So you've got a little leaflet inside which sort of shows you, or pamphlet is it? What's the difference? Well, you've got something inside, a bit of paperwork which shows you the different types of pencils, but if you look here, they are the standard length and sharpened, but the nib looks quite fat. It does look like quite a fat pencil, and a nice sleek looking set with the design being all black and neat, and yeah, quite a nice looking little tidy set to take out with you. But not knowing how they handle, I just thought I'll try something where I have to draw several images at once. So as you can see on the inside of the tin, it says made in Germany. There's a Staedtler pencil, that is where they are produced and manufactured. I do really like the rotring pencils, so that's another German product, so I do quite like German art materials. And then I'm going to do my drawing on the inside of a box. So I've got 5 faces to work on. I usually don't draw on the bottom of the box. But here we are. So I unfold the box there and then have a quick look inside at the different pencils and then just get started. So the first drawing here, this was during the first lockdown, I think, that I drew this, and the idea was to try and draw someone who is on their own in the image, and it sort of reflects the mindset of people going through the pandemic. This was one of my first pieces of pandemic artwork that wasn't in a sketchbook, so I just kind of build up the image slowly, really, by getting everything in the place where I think it should go, and then trying to work on the values, by which I mean how dark and light things are. And if you ever go too dark, you just have to adjust things to go darker or try to pull it back with an eraser. But from what I can recall with this, I don't think I use an eraser with these pencils. But immediately, oh, there we go, it just showed an eraser then on the side, so maybe I do, but I don't think it's very often. I think it's maybe just for the lighter lines. I don't need to pull back anything too dark from what I recall. What I do notice with these pencils is that they're not really soft. They're very kind of waxy, which I quite enjoy soft pencils to the feel, and waxy pencils are almost feel like oil pastels, which are, again, they're not a soft medium to use. But at the same time, the quality of the pencil as far as the range between light and dark is really good. I think it's really quite high quality range of tone that you can reach. So you can see on the drawing which I've done on the left that you've got some quite light tones, and then you can get really quite dark, like much darker than you can get with normal pencils, it just heightens the depth and the drama that you can capture in an image, which I really enjoy. Now the second image, again, I just wanted someone who was seated and just looking solitary, just to reflect the mindset of the time, really. And this whole image is based on people being alone, because that was something which was really predominantly on my mind. Now the world has obviously tried to return to, holidays and shopping and business, and I think it's struggling to do that, but it is definitely making an effort to do that. I've not really rejoined society that way. I've stayed in lockdown, but I understand that other people just don't have that luxury. So, that my heart goes out to people who are pressured by the economy, really, to have to go out and mix with people and just hope for the best. So all of these images are based on a lockdown mindset, really. And this third image is again someone sat alone, just spending time by themselves in kind of a solitary confinement type of atmosphere and mindset. So those first three images are trying to reflect that kind of thoughtful loneliness. And then the fourth image that I do was the top of the box, so the lid flap, because the first thing that I thought is that all of these drawings are going to be in a row and they're all going to be on ground level. So I'd like to do something which is in the sky. And I was regularly going out and watering some plants that I'd started. I'd growing tomato plants, and I was growing some potatoes and bits of I think it was bits of lettuce and things like that. So I'd regularly go out and I'd see the same seagull and I'd take video and photographs of the seagull, and that's who the model was for the top lid flap of this box. And then for the last flap on the left underneath the seagulls, I have a woman looking out of the curtains, because I thought it'd be quite nice to give the impression when it's not put back together as a box, to suggest that she's looking outside the curtains and seeing the seagulls. And I didn't actually put this box back together. This is one of the few where I draw on every face of the box, and I had no inclination to glue it back together, which I normally do. But for this one I didn't really want to, and I think it's because it works as a flat image for me with those 5 faces. It didn't take too long. The pencils really did the work for me. They had that great range of tone, and it really just sold the image to me, where I feel like it just aided me in what I was doing. So that's the image that I had. I quite like it. I hope you enjoyed this process. I do recommend the Mars Lumogragh Black pencils. I think they've got a great range to them, and they are, as much as they're waxy, they're still really enjoyable to use. Alright, thanks for watching. Leave a like and subscribe. Take care.